Hello. So I was just going to review for your second quiz, which you can take today in Eduphoria. So I'm just going to go over some of the problems. I'm going to do slightly different numbers than you see here. But this is question number one that you're going to see on your DCA, on your quiz. And you have to think about this as looking from a bird down towards the land. You're flying up in the sky and you're looking down. So down below here, this in the middle is a lighthouse right here, okay? So you're looking down at that. It is not looking straight on where you see kind of like a mountain and sky. This is looking down, and part what you see is land and the other part is the ocean. So they want to know, what is the area of the water that the light will shine from the lighthouse? So the lighthouse is moving around like this, right? The light's sweeping around, it's going out and it's going around and around and around and around and around in that circle. So they want to know this part of the water, the area of that part right there. Okay, so here's the area of the water. It is a part of the area of the whole circle. Okay, what is a part? It is a fraction. Part of the circle is a fraction of the area of the circle. What is the fraction? It is the number of degrees divided by the total number of degrees. What's the total number of degrees? If you go all the way around a circle, it's 360 degrees, right? So the fraction is the piece over the whole times the area of the circle. So I'm going to write this up here. So the area of the water is the angle that you see here divided by 360 times the area of a circle, which is pi times the radius squared. What is the radius? It is the distance from the center to the edge of the circle. Okay, from the middle to the edge, that's the radius. Okay, so you plug that in your calculator and it says to round it, what is pi? 3.14 if you don't see a pi on your calculator, right? So the angle divided by 360 will give you the fraction, the piece over the whole, times, what is this? The area of a circle. Pi is 3.14. The radius is the center to the edge. Okay, and they want it to the nearest tenth. So whatever your answer is, you just go one place behind the decimal like that. Okay. The next piece here, I'm going to cut this out. This is problem number 2. Just give me a second to cut it out. Okay, so they want the area of this whole figure. So what you have here is a rectangle. So you want the area of the rectangle, and then guess what? You don't need this here. You don't have to worry about this. What is that whole thing down there? A trapezoid. Okay, so here's the area of a rectangle is length times width. Length times width. Okay, so you did that piece right there. Okay, what's the area of a trapezoid? It is 1/2. You add the two bases, the top and the bottom, and you multiply it times the height. Well, here, what is the top base? This. What is that equal to? Right? What is the bottom base? Here. All right, so this is what goes here. This is what goes here. And then what is the height? That's the next and last part. The height of that trapezoid is this piece. Guess what? Look at that. This piece is exactly the same as this piece. What is that thing equal to? Okay, so if you plug those numbers in, right? If you plug those numbers in right there, which one of these does it look closest to? It is the length plus the width. Length times the width plus this thing. When you plug those pieces in there, the top base, the bottom base, times the height, which is this piece, which is the same as this piece right here. When you plug that all in, length plus width plus whatever that is right there, which one of these does it look closest to? Okay, next one. Okay, number 3. Okay, we need those numbers up there. Going to cut this out. So you want the whole area of this piece here. Okay, you have a composite figure. So again, I'm going to draw this. So you have, look, you have a triangle. You have this triangle here, and you have a square. So your total area is equal to the area of that triangle, the little top hat up there, plus the area of that other little triangle, plus the area of the square. Okay, so first thing they say is this thing here. GB is 10. So here's G, here's B. So this piece right here is 10. And they say that GA, so from here to here, is 3 root 2. So let's do the area of the triangle first, this top triangle right here. We're going to do that one right there first. Okay, so the area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. So 1/2. What is the whole base, y'all? If half of it is 3 root 2, what are two of those things? 3 root 2 plus 3 root 2 equals 6 root 2. And then what's the height? Look, you have to tilt your head sideways, right? The whole triangle is tilted. So this is now the base. This is the height right there, okay? So what is the height? 10. So you have that. You calculate that. 1/2 times 6 times 10. That's going to be something like 30 root 2, something like that, right? Half of 6 is 3. 3 times 10 is 30. And then there's a root 2 there. Now, the next thing is, let's look at, I'm going to erase this stuff here. The next thing is this triangle right here. Okay, so here's the secret on that triangle. If this is 3 root 2, this is also 3 root 2. Okay, so that whole thing I'm going to draw again. 3 root 2 plus another 3 root 2, right? 3x's plus 3x's equals 6x's. So 3 root 2's plus another 3 root 2 is 6 root 2's. So here's the thing. They say that this side and this side are exactly equal to each other, which means the angles opposite are exactly equal to each other, which means that it is a 45, 45, 90 triangle. So this side, we can call them X and X, is we're going to just compare it to our baseline 45, 45, 90 triangle. So that's a 1, 1, and a root 2. Okay, so we want to find one of these sides, like let's find this one right here, okay? So we'll find that X right there. Same thing. So hypotenuse over leg equals hypotenuse over leg. Hypotenuse over leg equals hypotenuse over leg. Cross multiply. Okay, so you're going to get X times root 2 equals 1 times 6 root 2. Want the X by itself, so it's times root 2. Opposite is divide by root 2. Those can cancel out now too. So what is your X equal to? Guess what? 6, 6, 6. So guess what? These are also congruent down here. This is 6 and 6 and 6. What is the area of a square? Side times side. What's your side? 6 times 6. Okay, and what is this up here? That's half of a square. They just cut it in half like that, right? That's what this one is up here. So that you have area of that half a square. So it's half of 36, which equals 18. So what's your total? Add up this plus this plus this. Okay, add them up. Add the half a square, the square, and the triangle. Add those three up. Okay, last one. It looks worse than it is. Looks way worse than it is. Okay, so they want to know the circumference of this. I don't know if you've seen it. It looks like a bike gear, right? When you have a bicycle and the chain's going around the bicycle. Well, they want the circumference. So that would be like going all the way around here. How long is that chain basically? Okay. All right, so here we go. Let's write it down. The circumference. That's equal to, guess what? Let's do the easy parts. This piece we know already, and this piece we know already. Okay, so let's add those two up. We have 10 plus 10. All right, now we want to get this piece right here. Let's say that piece there on the left. Okay, so here's the thing. The circumference of this piece here, so the small gear, I'll just say small, is equal to the fraction of the whole thing. The fraction of the whole thing. Of the whole. Okay, what is a fraction? It is the angle divided by 360, a piece out of the whole. What's one time all the way around a circle? 360. And what is the whole circumference? Guess what? Circumference is 12. The whole thing is 12. Okay, so what is that angle there? 160. A part out of the whole times the whole circumference. So this gives you the fraction. This gives you this times the circumference. Okay, so you're going to take that number and you're going to add it in here. Okay. And then we're going to do the same thing over here. So look, what we just found is this piece right here. Now we're going to find this piece right here. The way you do it is a piece out of the whole. Okay, so let's do the circumference of the big one is equal to the piece of the angle divided by the whole time around a circle times the circumference of the big one, which equals, they tell you here, 20. Okay. So what is the angle? 185. That's the piece out of a whole time around a circle, 360. And how big is that circumference? 20. So that thing goes right here. I'm going to add that plus this. There you go. Just add those up and you get the circumference of the whole thing. Just put on pause if you need to. And that's that. Thank you very much.